Aloha, wonderful job. I hope it's getting easier to tune as well. G, C, E, A. So the concept we went over today is pretty interesting. The idea is if we're able to make a major chord by saying, okay, there are a couple principles that we understand. In C major, there are no sharps and no flats. So I don't say C, C double sharp, C quadruple sharp. It just has C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C is my open note, in case you ever wanted to know. I know I do explain this with our intervals. So C is the open C. When I go to the second fret on that C string and play my second finger on there, I get a D note, which makes my C to D 1, 2. My next note is an open E, which is my major third. Our half step is our F. Our whole step goes to a G. We also go up to the open A here, whole step into a B, and then we half step to a C. Now this follows a pattern that we're going to use in every key, no matter where we're at. We use a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So 2 whole steps, a half step, 3 whole steps, and then a half step. I know this might be, but if you work it out from one string and you do the same thing, what you get are your scales. On the high G, if I went from G and a whole step to my second fret, I would get G to A. A whole step from A goes to B. A half step goes to C. A whole step goes to D. A whole step goes to E. A whole step goes to F sharp. And then a half step goes to G. Hence, when I play G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, that F sharp gives that T-do. The seventh, the quality of being a half step off. If I did not put that F sharp and I had just a F natural, T-do, it still wouldn't be special like the T-do. It would be a ta-do. It still resolves, but the distance is further away from the 1 resolution and it falls back towards the 4 and the 5, which are 2 major chords pulling that one note back. Okay, so one of the things that I'd like you to do this week is to try all your majors and try all your minors. If you come to a key in the natural, if you come to a key in the natural scale of things with C major, knowing there's no sharps and no flats and you get kind of stuck, just remember, you can put your fingers out, you can count off the note you're on and then find the chord. So a C major would have a C, E, and a G. If you know that C, E, G is your 1, 3, 5, and for an E minor, you need a C, E flat, the E note that you had right here playing this C, I can make this E note right there to be a G. So we have a C, G, and then an E flat right there, plus this other note. So one of the caveats of learning this style in this way from knowing what a C major is and then barring these 3, 1, 2, 3, and then putting this third finger after skipping a finger and a fret on the 5th fret, you get that C minor. It's awesome, invaluable to see how the C minor, when you go down a half step, is a B minor. B minor, when you go down another half step, is a B flat minor. And when you go down another half step, it gives you an A minor. Meaning, if you can play an A minor, you can play a B flat minor. That same reasoning leads me to believe if you could play a D minor right here by playing an F note, an A note, and a D note, which is a D, F, A, and you know that a D, F sharp A, playing like this, play the second fret, leave that little note open by bending your finger. I hate this chord. However, it gets easier after time. When you're playing a D major, and you could go using that F sharp, D, A, and then the open A for a D major, and know that a D minor is like this, that makes sense that an E major and an E minor are the exact same way. Now there are multiple different ways to play like an E minor, so I can have staccato notes that cut off when I take pressure off the frets because I'm covering everything. If I had the E minor which left the G open, no matter how much I mute those chords, the high G is still gonna ring open, which is why we learn how to play chords in a couple different ways. So I will play the chords for you. I would like you to replicate them, and if you have a hard time figuring out what they were after watching the video, just use the fingies. Let's say we wanted to make a B diminished. How do we make a B diminished? Well, if C, E, G is a 1, 3, 5, and I go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and start with B. B, C, D, E, F. Get rid of 2 and 4, B, D, F. If I put a finger on the B, I put a finger on the D, and I put a finger on the F, I get a B diminished, which you'll know as being a G7 because all chords have two names. I hope that's starting to sink in. It's a little weird, like a D major and a D major 7. This is actually an F sharp minor because in the key of G, G major, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. Oh, wait a minute, no. F sharp, E. That's what it's in. E major, F sharp minor, G minor. It's a weird way to go through this. That G sharp minor and the F sharp minor look exactly like that, but that's a D major 7 and an E major 7. So all chords have two different names. If we could see our triads and be able to understand flattening the mediant, the third is going to make a major into a minor. What literally, starting here at the 6-minute mark, we could go through all of our different chords as a major and a minor. After that, we use our right hand rhythm technique, but knowing the chords is awesome with both fingerings. D major, F sharp, D, A, D minor, F, D and A. If this was a C minor, and that's a C sharp minor, that's a D minor. If this is a D minor, and these are our two fingerings, this is a D sharp minor, and then an E minor. So if I had C major, C minor, D major, D minor, E major, E minor. I could also play that E minor like that. F major, and then today we saw how to move this and play the F minor. I'll get that finger out of the way. A note, F note, C note. And then we also learned if you play with two fingers and scoot up, you get a sharpened note. So F minor actually is the basis for all F, F sharp, G sharp, all the way up. After the F, we got our G major to a G minor by going back and forth. When you realize that this chord right here is the same as this chord, and that's the same as your, all the different fingerings, it blows your mind. And then it's just working on those chords with different songs that you've been working on. So C major to C minor, D major to D minor, E major to E minor, or E major to E minor, F major to F minor, G major to G minor, A major with that C sharp and the A major to A minor, B major to B minor. Now what you'll notice on the B minor is we have a partial bar and then this note is the same as that note. They're both B notes. So what we should be able to do is take a gander at each one of these chords and go, this is a G major. If a G major is a G major in here and here, that means that my three fingers and the open G are playing a G note, a D note, and an F. No, that's not right. G note, a B note, and a D note. 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. And that makes a major. If I had 1 flat 3, 5, I'd have a G minor. If I had 1 flat 3 sharp 4, I would have a different chord too. So what we're doing is we're taking triads, we're adding one more note to those, and then we're changing the way that the ear hears them. I think you're doing a great job. Today's exercise and for this week is a little bit kind of book heavy, and I think that we should be playing chords and playing some songs soon, but working through these steps and these chords is gonna be super beneficial. And I'm here for you. And my YouTube channel is here for you. If you have any questions about any of these chords, feel free to Google them and my name. So if you wanna know what a B diminished is, write the letter B, the word diminished, and WAGO, W-A-G-O, and I guarantee it will pop up because it's in the feed apparently. I've got friends in the Midwest that are getting my silly face now. Yee. So if you have any questions, put them in the comment section or give me an email or a text and I'll be there for you this week. Try and work on these doing the C major and then use them with the rhythm. Once you define them, once you define what a G major is and a G minor, C major, C minor, try them with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just an example. C major, playing whole notes, G major, playing whole notes, F major, playing whole notes, F minor, playing whole notes, C major, playing half notes, G major, playing half playing half notes, C major playing quarter notes, G major playing quarter notes, F major playing quarter notes, and F minor playing those quarter notes, G playing eighth notes, and G playing eighth notes, and F playing eighth notes, F minor playing eighth notes, and C playing 16th notes, playing 16th notes, F in 16th notes, F in a whole note. And see how the rhythm exercise for the teeter-totters becomes music? Anything. See what I'm saying? All music is built off that right hand. Now that we've actually got good right hand rhythm working for us, it's gonna be a lot of fun to throw some songs at it. I will check out the Wood Brothers and see if there's a song that's super, super popular that I could just have already prepared for next week. Other than that, if you have any ideas on what you would like to start covering, throw me an idea and I will learn it during the week so we don't have to waste time of me learning it in front of you. However, bringing a song to my attention during practice and watching the steps I take to hear the notes, find out how to play it on here is invaluable. That's just basically problem solving 101 for the instrument. If you can hear a note on a CD or a song, you can find the note on your instrument, and because we're getting to a point where the spider exercises are gonna dictate where your fingers should be, once you find that tone and then you lay down what you think is a chord that has that in there, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be right. Very seldom do we have like an F major with an added 6 and then just very seldom. Okay, it's very nice seeing you. Until next week. Aloha.